Alright, I'm back out in the garage again, gonna get some work done on the Civic today. Not sure how much time I have today, but what I really want to do is get everything together for powder coating. So there's one more thing I want to take off the car, and that's the front sway bar. So I'm gonna get on that right now, and then I don't know, depending on how much time I have, I might try removing the front clip as well to get ready for the front end conversion. But let's get to it.
Aside from my soul, there goes a sight, there goes a sight. Now there goes a sight from my soul. There goes a sight from my soul. There goes a sight, there goes a sight. There goes a sight from my soul. I think a fall angel just walked by. 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 There goes a sight from my soul. There goes a sight, there goes a sight. Now there goes a sight from my there goes a sight.
Well, that was a process. The very last bolt, when I was unscrewing it from the frame, I guess the inside thread inside the frame broke, so there was no way to get the bolt out without cutting it, and it was very difficult to get a grinder up there, so that took a lot of time and a lot of effort to get the sway bar off. That's just one of the joys of working on a rusty Manitoba car. So now I think I'm going to work on trying to take the front clip off of this thing. See what it looks like underneath. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of stuff I need to clean up under the fenders too, so let's get started. So already this car's been missing a lot of hardware, I've noticed. When removing this fender, there's supposed to be a bolt here behind the door. That was missing. There was no bolts holding it underneath. There was zip ties holding the bumper on. The side skirt had no hardware whatsoever. There's just these clips on the sides where the side skirt slides onto. That's all that was holding it on, so really it could just slide off. But I guess this will help me out on this side, because in order to get this fender off, I have to have the door open, but I have no room here to open the door. And the bolt that's underneath there is missing as well, so Anyway, let's get this fender off both headlights, and then we can have a look and see what we're dealing with. Alright, so I'm actually pretty happy with the condition of it underneath the fenders. So in looking here, there's a little bit of rust around these holes here, but nothing too bad that can't be sanded down. It's pretty much the same on the other side too. Keep in mind this car was repainted a number of years ago, so I guess it would have been cleaned up then as well. Like as you can see here, the car from the factory would have been red, and then it was painted white at one point in time. And then the owner before me spray bombed it black, so that's kind of where it sits now. But this will give me a good chance to get underneath everything and clean it up again, and then get everything black so it matches. And I guess at one point too, this car was wire tucked. A number of years ago, it was a buddy of mine that actually owned this car, so somehow we traced it back and found out that he was a previous owner, but it was wire tucked at that point in time. And you can tell here where there's the holes where the wires would have run through, and then they notched out this pinch weld here so that the wires could be hidden in the fenders. So it might be something that I'll do in the future, just to kind of clean it up in the engine bay a bit. But if you look, there's also quite a bit of hacked wires just sitting around that I'd like to get rid of, because if I don't need them, there's no point. Like there's no speakers or any electrical in the doors anymore, so I don't really need this wire loom going to the doors, and then just seal up the holes. Well, anyway, that's it for today. I think we got a lot accomplished. Got the front end off. Also got everything together for powder coating. So I guess next step will be getting everything off to get powder coated, and then start getting the front end cleaned up because it's pretty dirty under there. Get the sanding done and get it painted. If you liked the video, give us a thumbs up. Share the video if you liked it. Also, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. There's going to be a lot more updates coming for this car, so look forward to that.